It was the last class of the day. Students sat restlessly, waiting for the bell. At the front stood Mr. Harris, a quiet, respected teacher known for his patience. But today, one student wasn't in the mood to listen. Jake, smart but arrogant, leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, smirking. "Sir," Jake said loudly, interrupting, "why should we even listen to you? You just stand here talking. What have you ever achieved in life?" The room fell silent. Some students gasped. No one had ever spoken to Mr. Harris like that. The teacher paused, his chalk hovering over the board. But instead of getting angry, he simply smiled gently. "All right, Jake," he said calmly. "Why don't you come up here? Teach us something." The class murmured with excitement as Jake strutted to the front, grinning. "Gladly." He grabbed the chalk and began writing an equation on the board. He tried to explain, but within moments, his confidence cracked. He stumbled, lost his train of thought, and the numbers didn't add up. A few students snickered. Jake's face turned red, but Mr. Harris raised his hand, silencing the class. He walked slowly to the board and gently took the chalk. "Jake," he said kindly, "knowledge isn't about showing off. It's about sharing truth with humility. A teacher doesn't stand here to prove he's better. He stands here to guide." Jake looked down, ashamed. But Mr. Harris wasn't done. He opened his worn leather bag and pulled out a folder. Inside were newspaper clippings, articles about science fairs, projects, and awards. The students leaned in. One headline read, "Young Scientist Wins National Award for Invention." Another, "Local Teacher Creates Scholarship. Fund for Needy Students." Jake's eyes widened. Every article was about Mr. Harris, years of work, achievements, and acts of generosity. Mr. Harris placed the papers on Jake's desk. His voice was calm but firm. "I don't share this with you to boast. I share it to remind you real strength is quiet. Real success doesn't need to shout. And one day, Jake, you'll understand that respect is worth more than arrogance." The room was completely silent. Jake's smirk had vanished. His hands trembled as he whispered, I'm sorry, sir." Mr. Harris nodded gently. Apology accepted. "Now let's continue the lesson." And for the first time, Jake listened, not out of fear, but out of respect. That day, he learned the most priceless lesson of his life: humility. Never underestimate the quiet strength of a teacher. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring more heartfelt stories your way.